starting.
Good morning. I'm Alberto Giordano from Victoria Productions, and I'm very happy to share with you some of the development in terms of putting together a version of our Virginia product from 5 Ponds Press for the iPad platform. It's been an interesting experience working with the Adobe software, and I hope I get a chance to do a much longer format video showing some of the ins and outs of what we're doing, but we just want to give you a feeling of what the development looks like right now. What you're going to see is just a short section that has been vetted by our design team, but there's still a lot of work being done on other sections. So basically we're using the iPad platform, and do we get a lot of glare here?
Nope.
Okay, excellent. Okay, what we probably want to do is we probably want to get the camera as close as possible to the iPad so we can see its interface. How does it look there?
Looks pretty good.
Okay, excellent. So we are using the Adobe Toolset, where you can create things using InDesign and turn them into iPad compatible products. As you can see, the format, the whole publication reformats itself from portrait to landscape, and we are taking advantage of the very rich graphics that were beautifully created by the 5 Ponds team. So we actually want to add features like being able to zoom in on some of these detailed graphics so that kids and teachers can play together with the richness of the content there. If you click here, you get an overview of what how the publication is set up. And as you can see, there's a table of contents here where which doesn't have the right icons yet, but where you can see the different sections that have been set up so far. An important point to note here is that we get a lot of information here about what's available in each area. One of the things that we're going to add to this is the page number, the corresponding page number in the current student and teacher edition, so that it's easy for a teacher to track from the iPad version to the print version. So let's get started here. So we get a beautiful perspective of this illustration. This is the table of contents, and you can jump here to any of the sections within this specific chapter. Again, both landscape and portrait. When we start reading the text, we work a lot to make sure that we preserve the spirit of the original design, but making sure at the same time that it was easy to read on this device and that the type size didn't become too small or uncomfortable to read. And I think we achieved it to a good degree. There are things like videos embedded. This is actually a video, although in this specific version I'm showing it's for some reason not operating properly, so I will have to show you that later. So when you click on the video, it takes the whole screen over and plays the videos. These are some of the videos from the Jamestown Foundation. There are other features, and I probably skipped one of them here. But there are other features, like for instance, you get highlighted words that are vocabulary words that you can just click on and get the definition in immediately, and you can kind of keep looking at the whole phrase in context, and this is very useful in order to be able to integrate the information into the actual design. And as you can see, some pages are like extra long pages as opposed to separate pages, which are nice and are going to be very useful for things like the timeline. And you get places like this where you can really kind of zoom into those images and be able to really appreciate them fully. And I know the guys from 5 Ponds are going to notice that this specific graphic is from another page, so worry not, it'll be replaced by the right one very soon. Here's another section. In here we added a feature that I found quite interesting, which is the possibility of being able to zoom into an image. So in this case, when we're looking at this fort, you can actually zoom out to see the whole original illustration, or zoom in by using gestures. And the beauty, of course, is that you can turn it around and everything is preserved, and you can go in and look at the original. This is really nice for original sources where you can go in and view them carefully. The last feature I wanted to mention was draggable maps and timelines. In this case, we are looking at the way in which the Jamestown settlement expanded over time, and this icon, and it might not be the final one, but for now it'll do, shows you that this is a draggable map. So what you do here is you start dragging your finger through the map. Oops, sorry, here we go. Start dragging your finger through the map, and you can see how, as time progresses, the settlement expanded. You can go back just by dragging back, and it does give you a feeling of the flow of time and how things got established over time, and it certainly brings another level of detail to the information we're looking at. You can of course also navigate besides the navigation I just showed you by going through this, which will take you one stack at a time through the entire publication. But we basically wanted to give you a general feeling for how it's shaping up. There's still a lot of work to be done. This is just truly a small portion of this, but I think it'll be a good point to get some feedback from the whole team in terms of the functions that are going to be developed for this product. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to all your feedback.